Foundation. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Foundation is a gridless, laid-back medieval city-building game with a focus on organic development, monument construction and resource management. So this is pretty much a game like your Settlers, your Frostpunks, your city builders, your Annos, all of that kind of stuff. Obviously, it has a different take on everything. They're all a bit different in their own little quirky ways. This is different to all of them completely. In fact, they're not kidding when they say laid-back medieval city-building game. This is easily the most laid-back city builder I've ever played. There is literally nothing to worry about when you're playing this game. You ain't going to get attacked. You ain't going to have severe winters. The worst case scenario you're going to get is a little bit of rain that makes your crops, your yield 50% less than it would normally be. That lasts for a few months and then you're back to bosoming crops. There literally is no danger. This is just a case of set out your city, do it properly, do it logically, expand into the right areas where there's minerals, and just keep going and going and going and going. Yeah, you do. You build up a little bit of an army, but all they're used for is you'll get an envoy coming into your city from a king that you never get to see, from a land that you never get to see, and he'll say something like, hey, we're being attacked. We need your help. Will you send us some troops? So you decide how many troops to send. Your troops jog off into the distance, and they vanish off map. And then, yeah, a few turns later, a few weeks later, they'll come back and you'll get a reward. That's pretty much it. So the emphasis on this game is about the building. It's about the actual fun of building up your very own medieval settlement, and it does that excellently. It really does a good job of that. The graphics are fantastic. The little gadgets that you got running around are all cute. It's a lovely depth of field shot when you zoom in as well. It's really, really nice. Well done. You even see them at work. They don't have as much detail as the early Settlers games, which is crazy, isn't it? When you think about it. Here we are in 2022 and we still don't have games with as much detail as they had in the 90s. It's just mind-boggling, really. But they are pretty detailed in this. You can see them all at work. They sow the seeds of the wheat and they'll get the scythe out and they'll start harvesting it all, and they'll send that to the windmill, who turns it into flour, who then sends it to the bakery, who turns it into bread. And it's that kind of game. And if you're looking for a really laid-back city builder game, then look no further than Foundation, because it has all of that. It's not going to frustrate you in the way that you get attacked off an army and all your hard work's just gone up in flames. Now, for me, I'd much rather play a game where you get attacked. I do love me city builders, but I like more depth. I like to have that option where I'm fighting against other kingdoms I can see them on my map. I can see how far they're progressing. Like Settlers 3 and 4 were absolute gems when it came to actual city building warfare, if you like. They were laid back as much as they were with creating your little village and your town and upgrading it to like city status in size. But they also had the tension of armies, and you don't get that. Have I mentioned that already? I think I have. So as a city builder, it works. Absolutely works. It's really good fun game. There's a couple of things that I don't really like about the city building. That I don't like the residential thing. You can't actually place residential houses. You just allocate land to be for residents, and they build their own homes there. And if they don't like the land, they'll just not build. And so you've got to kind of decorate your buildings, plant decorations, and put the right kind of buildings down to get that kind of land desirable, so they'll actually build in it. I also found it frustrating that people are very lazy. They'll kind of go to work, and then after about a couple of minutes they'll go, yeah, I'm sick of work now. I'll just go back and stand around doing nothing. It's crazy. Why don't they work when they're happy? They should just work, but they don't. They just keep stopping. You can have a building set to build, and it'll take forever to build it, even if you have a good few builders, because every time they get to the job, they'll just bang the hammer 2 or 3 times, then piss off. It's kind of frustrating. I'm not used to stuff being as slow as this. It's easily the slowest game. You've got to kind of play it on maximum speed of 3 times speed. Just to get anywhere in the game. I tried to just play it on normal level because I like the immersion of it all, but it is ridiculously slow that you can't realistically play it on normal speed. It's just crazily slow. Now, I am thumbing this up. It's £26. It's not a cheap game. It's not as good as Frostpunk in my opinion, which is a couple of pounds cheaper. It's a different type of game, even though it is the same genre. But see, the thing is with city builders, they're so different, aren't they? There's so many different ways. You can have After the Apocalypse ones, you can have the Birth of Time ones, and they all kind of play out differently. So, you know, the fact that they're all the same kind of city builder genre, they can be completely different types of games. So it's really unfair to compare them. But I'm quite shocked that this is the price that it is when it lacks a lot of the features that a lot of other city builders have. But I guess this is the stall that they've set out with this. This is what they wanted to build, just a very laid back. And there is a room in the market for that because nearly all the others aren't laid back. So this kind of does fit a little hole in the market if you want a completely laid back city builder where you ain't going to get attacked, you ain't going to get freezing winters that's going to decimate everything. It's just going to be a little bit of rain and everything else is just nice and and ooh. If you want that, Foundation is definitely the game for you. I must mention before I go that it's still in early access, but one of the great things about this game is it has mod support, and there's a lot of mods that make the game quite different to how the developers have made it. So that is a huge plus for Foundation.